So I've recently been filming the reboot for my series, and so I thought I'd take a break and do a wooden railway review. And this time, in an odd choice, I'm doing Rosie. Now, I chose Rosie because I have the new model from 2022, and also I have basically all the main variants of Rosie, other than the Thomas Wood ones. And so, I thought I would comment on these and see how a rather obscure character, who may have been in the Steam team for Big World Big Adventures, well, I just wanted to have a look at their models. So here we go. Starting off with the first variant. Although this is copyrighted for 2003, that makes no sense. Rosie wasn't introduced until, I think, season 10 or 9. So, the wheel copyright here doesn't show its date. But, yeah, this Rosie is extremely accurate when it comes to its, TV prop. It has the 3 boilers, the nice white spacing, the pink, the cab door, and I really like Rosie's shape for some reason, and, you know, it has the brake pipes, and all sorts of cool things. Red wheels. But my one problem with this Rosie model isn't really a problem with the model itself. I mean, the next one is just bad. But the problem I have with this model is just Rosie's livery in general from the show. I really kind of disliked Rosie's old livery. It just felt too, you know, just, like, you can have characters who are all sorts of different colors, but pink was just a little bit obvious for a female character. I thought they'd do something interesting, like, blue or green, and they certainly changed that, in recent times, but anyway, moving on. Just put Rosie in the back here. Moving on is the next variant of Rosie, the Tommy Rosie. Okay, my one's a little faded, but it's pretty similar to this one. I think it's almost the exact same design on almost every aspect. The thing that sets this model apart is the face. This face is just scary. I really dislike the face for this model. The original model face just looks so much better. This one just looks, well, if anyone's seen the Tommy Steam Team engines or general standard gauge engines, they did pretty bad at making those, but the narrow gauge engines, they did amazing. Sadly, Rosie also got the same bad Tommy face treatment. And now for the most recent model, and arguably my favorite, Rosie, and one of my favorite models in general, 2022 Rosie. Based off her new livery, this Rosie is amazing. I can live with the faces. I mean, it's not as good as the originals. Mostly the eyes looking in directions bugs me, because then it just looks wrong in shots where a character's on the left of Rosie. But, I love this model. It's got, like, I love the new shape, and the livery is amazing. The firebox glow that's come out recently is awesome. It's got essentially a very similar shape. And I know a lot of people don't like the wheels, but I love the fact that they have the counterweights on them. And also, just there, you can see, like, the ladder that they used to get into the cab. I think that's just such nice detailing. Just do another little move around. Yeah, so this Rosie is just great. You can actually feel the lining, which I love, because you can feel, like, bolts and lining and differences in texture, which really makes it feel a lot more three-dimensional. Now, weirdly, this is the only of the new models, I think, that I'm going to be using ever, most likely. I might use the other ones in, like, a dream, but this is my actual current Rosie model. Well, not really. In my reboot series, I'm going off, like, Railway Series canon, and so, when Rosie gets introduced, she might be, like, this pink, this model, and then at the end she gets, like, a new look for doing something special or something. Like how, Thomas used to be green. I just think it'd be a nice story, and I just love this livery. I mean, it looks so nice. But I've rambled on about these Rosies long enough, so now I gotta order them in favorite to least favorite. And I'm pretty sure it's kind of obvious where that's going to go. My favorite Rosie is the modern one. My second favorite is the older one. And my last favorite is the Tommy one. It's just, the face is just so jarring, and you can just see this Rosie going, But that's basically my review on Rosie. If you're trying to go classic, I would recommend this, and a lot of people don't want to use the new models because of how different they are. I am going to use it because I honestly just don't want to do a custom of Rosie, like with a painted red livery, when there is an awesome model with that same livery. So, yeah, that's my review on Rosie.